Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and this is Janvi. Today we're going to learn about the circulatory system. So let's begin. Humans have a developed system called the circulatory system. This system delivers the oxygen and nutrients to different parts of the body. Circulatory system consists of the blood vessels and the heart. Blood is a specialized fluid that is present in the blood vessels. It transports the nutrients from the small intestine to all parts of the body. It transports the oxygen from the lungs to the cells and carbon dioxide from the cells to the lungs. It removes waste by transporting the waste products from the cells to the kidneys, and the kidneys will remove the waste from the body by the process of excretion. The blood has a fluid known as called the plasma, which consists of three types of blood cells, and they are the red blood cells, the white blood cells, and the platelets. Plasma makes up the liquid part of the blood. It is yellow in color and contains 90% water. It has food, waste, enzymes, and many more things dissolved in it. The red blood cells, or the RBCs, are disc-shaped cells that are produced in the bone marrow and contain a protein called the hemoglobin, which gives it its red color. The hemoglobin combines with the oxygen to form a compound called the oxyhemoglobin. The main function of the RBC is to transport oxygen to and from various parts of the body. The white blood cells, or the WBCs, are larger than the RBCs. They do not have a fixed shape and they are also lesser in number. The main function of the WBC is to fight against the diseases by destroying harmful bacteria and other materials. The platelets are smaller than the RBCs. They help clot whenever there is a wound on the body. This prevents the blood loss from our body. The blood vessels are a network of tubes that circulate blood throughout our body. There are three types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins, capillaries. The arteries are the blood vessels which carry the oxygenated or the oxygen-rich blood from the heart to different parts of the body. The blood flows at a high pressure, so arteries therefore have thick elastic walls. The veins carry the deoxygenated blood or the carbon dioxide-rich blood from the different parts of the body towards the heart. They have valves to prevent the backflow of blood. When the arteries branch into smaller and smaller arteries, they finally branch into smaller tubes called the capillaries. These capillaries have very thin walls and they help in the exchange of the oxygen, digested food, carbon dioxide, and other waste materials between the cells and the blood. In arteries, there is one artery called the pulmonary artery that carries the carbon dioxide-rich blood from the heart to the lungs. Similarly, there is a vein called the pulmonary vein that carries the oxygen-rich blood from the lungs towards the heart.
Excretion in human beings. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sri Lakshmi Krishna. Types of excretion. There are different types of excretion in human beings: sweat and urination. Excretion through sweat. Our skin acts like an excretory organ. It has small outer openings called sweat pores. Our body gets rid of small amount of urea, salts and water through these pores secreted by the sweat gland present under the skin. The importance of sweating. Sweating is very important because it helps in regulation of body temperature. It helps to keep our body cool by losing body heat, as sweat evaporates off the skin. Excretion through urination. A number of nitrogenous wastes such as urea and uric acid are formed inside our body. Urea is the result of the combination of carbon dioxide and ammonia. It is excreted excreted from the body in the form of a pale yellowish liquid called urine. Urine contains almost 95% of water and the remaining 5% consists of urea, uric acid and minerals. Formation of urine takes place in the kidney. This is the urinary system diagram. The different functions of each organ in the excretory system. Kidney. Waste substances present in the blood are removed with the help of kidney. Ureters. The two tubes that carry the waste substances from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. It stores the urine for a short period of time. Urethra. Urethra removes the urine from the body. The process of urination. When blood enters the kidney, the useful substances are absorbed and or filtered back into the blood. Waste substances get dissolved with water and are removed as urine. This absorbed/filtered solution is carried out by the functional units in the kidney called nephrons. Urine thus formed is collected via the ureter into the urinary bladder. Then the urine is passed out from the body through an opening at the end of the urethra. What will you do if one of your kidneys are a failure? Kidneys work in pairs, but they are so efficient that even if one gets damaged, the person can survive with the help of a dialysis or a kidney transplant. So let's learn a little bit more about these methods. Dialysis. Dialysis is a method of removing toxic substances from the blood with the help of a machine when the kidneys are unable to do so. The dialysis machine is also called an artificial kidney. Blood from an artery of the arm is led through the dialysis machine where the urea and excess salt are removed. The blood is then led back to the patient's body through a vein. Kidney transplant. In a kidney transplant, at least one of the diseased kidneys are replaced with a healthy kidney from a donor. That's all you need to know about the human excretory system for now. You'll be learning it in detail in higher classes. Bye!
Heart is basically a conical muscular organ which is just the size of your fist. It is placed between your lungs but is tilted towards the left. The main function of the heart is to pump blood to all parts of the body. Before I tell you how the circulation process happens, let me tell you a few things about the heart. So the right side of the heart and the left side of the heart are completely separated by a partition called the septum. And this is because the different types of blood should not mix. The heart has a number of valves that allow the flow of blood in one direction only. First, the two atriums will contract, then the two ventricles will contract. And the sounds that are produced by the closing and opening of the valves when these contractions occur are called the heartbeat. And this is the sound that the doctor hears in the stethoscope. Also, the stretching and relaxing of the arteries with each heartbeat is felt as a pulse. So when you take your two fingers and place it between the hollow place in your wrist, you can actually feel a throbbing sense, and this is called a pulse. And the average pulse rate is 60 to 80 beats per minute. And now coming to the circulation, so what happens is that the deoxygenated blood or the carbon dioxide rich blood enters the right atrium through the veins, and the right atrium actually relaxes to receive it. And once it receives it, it contracts and sends the blood into the right ventricle. And once the right ventricle receives it, it contracts and pushes the blood into the pulmonary artery. And the pulmonary artery goes to the lungs, and the exchange of gases occur, and the pulmonary vein will carry the oxygenated blood to the left atrium. And when the left atrium, after once it receives it, contracts and sends the blood into the left ventricle. And once the left ventricle receives it, it contracts and pumps blood to all to different parts of the body. So this is how the circulation process occurs in our body. And that is all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any doubts on this video, please comment down below, and thanks for watching.